Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's segment of the Chesapeake Thrives Show. My name is Emily Edmonds, and today I'm joined with a special guest, Mr. Timothy Giddens from Brightview Health.
Yeah, good to meet you. Good to be here.
Yes, thank you for coming out today.
All right, this is a privilege. It's good to be able to address the public and just do the work.
Well, that's great. I know today we're focusing on our health priority area,
Yes.
Chesapeake Thrives, and you have a wealth of information. So we're just talking about substance abuse in the community and in the area. So can you just tell me what does substance abuse look like, or what is it?
Substance abuse oftentimes has a stigma to it. A lot of people, when they think of substance abuse, they're thinking about somebody being in a dark alley or somebody that's just totally ostracized from society. But substance abuse is in everywhere that you can turn. It's a relative, it's a next door neighbor, it's a coworker, it's somebody from all walks of life. And getting rid of that stigma and being able to show that it is a disease that can be treated and treated with compassion is what Brightview is all about.
And what are some of those ways that it can be treated?
Well, the great thing about Brightview, because there's a lot of agencies out there, but we have what I like to use as a three-pronged approach. First, there's what is called MAT, which is medicated assisted treatment. There is Vivitrol for alcohol, there is Suboxone, and there's methadone. And the medicine is given at our various locations. We have 2 locations in Chesapeake. We have a location in Virginia Beach, and then all over Hampton Roads. There's a new one even in Norfolk that is doing right now the methadone and the Suboxone also. But we're all over the Hampton Roads area. That's the first approach. Now, the second is counseling and therapy, because we don't just dose people and send them on their way. That's counterproductive. But we listen to their stories, and it's not cookie cutter. It's tailor-made. We talk with them. We sit down and we say the how, the why, and we make eye contact and let them know that they're not alone. So that's where the counseling and the therapy comes in. And then because we are outpatient, we're a large outpatient resource, we keep them plugged into the social services, the social needs that they may have. If they're looking for employment, we do warm connections. We work with Chesapeake Thrives. We work with whoever can help them get employment, clothing, food pantries, whatever it takes. And we don't just give them a phone number and push them off. We talk to them and make warm connections. I'm out in the community as an outreach coordinator to establish those connections because it takes a village.
Yeah, that's good. And I know it's really looking at the whole person and not just the substance abuse as the main issue, but how do you move beyond that? And like, what are some information? Now you're the data man, so like, what are some statistics or success rates you could mention us about that?
I've got some good stuff for you. Now, 70%, I'm going to read directly because I don't want to mess up the numbers.
Okay.
70% decrease in illicit substance use. Now, Brightview's patients decrease illicit substance use by an average of nearly 70% within the first 90 days, with many patients achieving complete abstinence. And then here's another figure for you. 50% decrease in alcohol consumption. Again, after just 90 days with Brightview, patients report more than a 50% decrease in alcohol consumption on an average. And many patients also reach that point of abstinence. So we keep the numbers, we monitor the progress, but we give them a lot of hurrahs along the way. We celebrate their successes, and when there's a fallback, where there's a stumble, we're right there to lift them up. We don't kick them off any programs or downgrade them. We say, hey, let's start over again.
Yeah, that's good. I think it's important to understand it's a process, and it's not something that's going to, be a quick turnaround, overnight. So if somebody was experiencing, needed some assistance, or even a family member, how do they get in touch with getting those resources and getting connected and started?
Brightview is available 24/7 in terms of scheduling. So you can go online. Our website is very user-friendly. You can go to the 833 number, or you can even walk in. That's one of, I think, our crown jewels. You can actually walk into a Brightview location between normally 9 and 3. And you can reach somebody. And induction is what we call it, the very first day. Induction is a process. It usually takes somewhere between 2 to 3 hours because, again, we're getting your story. We're sitting down. We're getting the medicines. We're introducing you to the Brightview process, if you will. And then after that, the day 2s and things like that are a lot shorter. But those three ways, but if somebody's ready, we're ready. That's the whole thing. We don't want there to be a huge layover when somebody makes a decision to say, hey, I need help. So if you walk in on a Monday, and we're going to schedule you that Tuesday if you can't get in that Monday. And that's something I'm really excited and proud about.
Yeah, that's good. So do you accept insurance?
We take all insurances, and if you don't have insurance, then we'll get you set up on Medicaid, Medicare. And in the interim, we're still going to treat you. We're going to even offer you a sliding scale in terms of payment. So we will work with the client on that. The biggest thing with us is, like I said before, when you're ready, we're ready.
Okay, that's good. So it's very important to me. I think it's what I've heard from your message that you not only just connect with them with that, but also other things in the community and other resources. And on a final note, what would you say to somebody that may be contemplating getting that assistance? You know, how would you explain to say that, you know, the reason, the rationale behind it?
The biggest thing is to know, and I think I might have said this before, is that you're not alone. A lot of times people think that they're going through and their experience is unique to them. There are so many people that are struggling, that are working, that are holding down jobs, that are trying to hold together a family and some life if they can. It's important that you come in and get the help, because it's a process and it's a lifelong process. It's a disease. There's no condemnation. There's no denigration at all. A lot of the people at Brightview have been down that road, so they can speak to you and, more importantly, listen to you. And there's no need to suffer. There's no need to think that, oh, this is always going to be that way. It doesn't have to be. And I'm going to say it again. When you're ready, Brightview is ready.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out today. Some great information and resources, and hope, you know, this speaks to some people and they get connected to get the help that they need.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. And thank you all for joining us for today's segment of Chesapeake Thrives Show.